Airlines, the controversial move that is the airline banning Bibles and possibly even Jewish passengers from some of its flights.
The fact that guys say, well, I'm not very good with women and I don't really know what they want. I want to learn how to do that. 90% of women think that's really cool.
Do you believe this? They're lucky in life, unlucky in love. But a new boot camp promises to reboot some of the Bay Area's most eligible bachelors and teach them a lesson in love. We take you inside the seduction seminar and show you how these guys do when they face their fears at a local nightclub.
You know, really no more pain, mobility.
NBC Bay Area News.
We are sure to hear more about that one. All right, thank you, Cheryl. Well, the Bay Area is full of them, successful, smart, eligible bachelors. But what many of these men have in common is what they didn't learn in school, how to relate to the opposite sex. But now boot camps led by so-called pickup artists are popping up, promising to help these men get the women of their dreams. Area's Vicki Wynn takes us inside the seduction seminar.
Sirens in the night, signals saying go. Friday night in San Francisco, once named the city that knows how.
This is something that you have to practice.
And if SF is the city that knows how,
do what I want.
This is the boot camp to learn how.
Is there anyone that hasn't read the game?
To get game and girls.
How you dress, how you behave, and how you smell.
It's 3 days and 2 nights of intense training run by the ABCs of Attraction. The slogan, empower yourself.
I've always been very shy.
I'm a manager at an IT company.
We agreed to hide the men's faces because in the world of swagger and seduction, a how-to workshop doesn't scream sexy.
Give fun by being different.
But there's no shame in admitting you need help with your game, says instructor Gareth.
The fact that guys say, well, I'm not very good with women and I don't really know what they want. I want to learn how to do that. 90% of women think that's really cool.
Along with his wingmen and women, Jones takes the men through charts, graphs, scripts, and exercises.
Stand your ground, straight. Turn her around, big smile.
Learning to be fun makers, not fun takers.
Gentlemen don't use straws. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. You guys are never, ever, ever allowed to walk through the crowd like this. Slower and lower tonalities appeal to the subconscious mind.
Teaching them how to walk confidently, and how to turn a girl.
Touch, turn, release. Hi. Okay.
It's a technical approach to a social skill that appeals to these book-smart bachelors. The typical student is a college grad with a 6-figure salary.
I had no girlfriends in high school, barely any dates in college. And so
Kai Chang is a boot camp graduate. He says so many Bay Area bachelors look great on paper, but dating is their Achilles heel, as a friend of a friend recently proved.
His suggestion for their first date was to eat at the Google cafeteria as their first date, which, as you know, is free food. And it's just, as an engineer, he was thinking, well, I already have access to free food. Why would I pay for something that, right? An objectively very smart, very successful person, but this was a complete blind spot for him.
After 4 hours in class, the men face their first challenge. Each one must approach 10 women and invite them to hang out.
How's everybody feeling?
Scared. Tonight's not about getting numbers, it's not about getting dates, it's just about socializing.
One last practice turn and it's go time. We watch as they approach, turn, and talk to multiple women.
I went up to her, and I turned around, and I said,
and not a single drink gets splashed on any of them.
She was like, oh, I'm so-and-so, and it's my friend's birthday. And I'm like, oh, happy birthday.
Kai remembers those days when practice made perfect. He's now in a long-term relationship.
I'd say a good majority of the guys aren't looking for a gazillion one-night stands, trying to find a whole bunch of club girls with, like, butterfly tattoos. Most of the guys just want to find a nice girl.
And what's the happily ever after?
Every guy wants something different, but I mean, I've been a best man at 2 weddings, and I've never had an experience cooler than that.
In the city that knows how, men are learning how.
Everybody likes fun.
One boot camp at a time.
Yes, awesome, thank you.
Vicki Wynn, NBC, Bay Area News.
The boot camps cost anywhere from $900 to $1,500.
You want to Send it over to our friend over there?
No, you go ahead.
Oh,
Jeff
okay.
and Mary?
Yes. I was going to
Any
Jeff,
thoughts?
you
I have
were
a
today.
tip, yes. When I was in the dating pool, it's all about the eye contact. So you need kind of the medium lighting. You can't do the club thing.
Well, you should teach the seminar, $1,000 a pop.
Yeah, well, I'm going to teach the weather here tonight. All right, let's go ahead and get to that.